It's obviously yesterday, Brett said Zeke is out for the year. What's that look like rotationally as you guys move forward?
Yeah, as obviously we're all feeling for Zeke right now. He's going through some stuff right now, and but I think we've had some good rotations going through there. With the likes of Alec Bryant and Gabe Akis is obviously a guy that's come on strong here, and then I think guys in that particular position with Zeke, those are the guys that are going to be seeing a lot more of.
I guess with Gabe, how do you kind of balance kind of using his tools and also kind of bringing him along at the right pace for you guys?
Just kind of, I think we've done a good job of getting him ready for certain situations, and now he's going to be thrust into a lot more. And I think going through these first 3 games, he's been able to kind of get his feet wet, and then get used to all right, this is like what a college game day is like, and he's just getting more confidence as it goes along. So I think with his plan, first, second down packages and stuff like that, he still needs to continue to learn and develop. But he obviously has a niche on our third down stuff, and he's done a good job. And he's just going to continue to play and get more better as we get going.
How important were those sacks for him, just to get that first one under his belt,
Yeah.
and just to have that?
Oh, it was exciting. He's pretty excited about it. So, I think once you get your first one, it's like, okay, now I know what this is like. I know I can do it. And he's been close in the first 2 games, and now he actually finally got the guy to the ground, which is pretty exciting for him. And I think now you'll see he's got the taste in his blood in his mouth now, and he kind of likes it. Now hopefully he gets more of them.
Is it a little bit like trying to bridle him because basically it's like go get the quarterback, and now it might be go get the quarterback or drop back or do this or that?
Yeah, no, there's no question. You got to understand the situation of the game, and I think that's the biggest difference for guys coming out of high school to now. It's like, hey, there's situational football that needs to be understood, and you got to know your role within those calls. First down is way different than third down, and he's got to realize it is first down and not third down. So I think we help him with the calls and all that stuff like that. But he's one impressive thing with Gabe and all our guys is they're extremely hardworking individuals outside of the field. The meeting rooms, they watch a ton of film, and they're asking a ton of questions. So I feel like they prepared themselves the right way to understand the situations of the game.
Can you mirror anybody in your room right now with what Zeke gave you from an athleticism and quite honestly a body type kind of deal on
Yeah, the big thing with Zeke is that he was just so smart. He knew exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and I think Alec and Gabe are physically are going to be able to fill that role. It's just the mental part that they got to continue to build. And both of them are first-time college football players. Gabe's a true freshman, and Alec is a kid that had his first college football snap was against. I can't remember who our first game, Wyoming. So those guys got to continue to grow and get better, and I think they're more than adequate to do it. It's the mental side of the game they got to continue to get better at.
Brett had said that Gabe is already one of the best pass rushers. How much of that was he came in with these pass rushing skills, and how much have you guys had to fine tune in the time that he's been here?
It's sometimes you either got it or you don't. He came in with a lot of tools and just a knack of how to do it. We've tried to sharpen him as best we can and put him in a situation that now, all right, this is what the guy's showing you. This is the ones you can use. And I think obviously he's got coaches are great coaches until you got really, and they're even greater coaches when you got great players. And Gabe is one of those guys who's going to make us all look really smart sometimes, But I think, he came in with a set of tools. His older brother, he lives and dies with down there, Khalik, and taught him a lot of good things. And I think he came in here well prepared.
How much do you have to prep guys on individual tackles and guards?
Oh, huge! Yeah,
watching what they do. Is it kind of like scouting a wrestling match?
Absolutely. So every was it Monday night or Sunday night, I make cut-ups of each tackle and say, hey, this is what they're doing, and we build a plan accordingly on those guys, and I think everybody's doing that to us too. Like hey, Gabe Akis, everybody knows you're going to be this guy, Seth Coleman. So it's kind of, and I flip it on both ends of it, So like, hey, listen, they're building a profile on you just like we're building a profile on them. So you need to study yourself just like you're studying them. And how are you going to counteract what you just did to what this guy's showing you? So that's kind of the fun part every week is we fine tune our rush plan and everything based on what we're seeing and go from there.
A pretty statistically productive day from Seth. What's kind of, I don't know if turned on or flipped for him in game 3 to start getting a little more of that production?
I just think Seth's done a good job just doing his job. Now, I think we challenge him a little bit. Yeah, it's not good enough just to do your job. Your job is to go make plays now. So knowing where your gap is, knowing all that stuff, and then actually getting to the ball is just as important. And I think he kind of did that this past week more. I think, we played against Indiana was a tempo game. He's a little more fatigued going in there. So third down, he wasn't as like we've got some other guys in there because we wanted fresh guys, And but he needs to continue to take those steps. He's that type of player, and he needs to have an impact on the game.
Did Alec get anything out of last year when he knew he wasn't going to be able to play from a preparation standpoint?
As best as he could, yeah.
As much as he could.
As best he could, and it's a hard situation to be in. You transfer, you don't know really anybody, and you're in a new part of the country that you've never been to, and really just getting acclimated to where he was, and meeting people and relationships. And he was at a place where he recruited and knew all those guys that he was at, and then all of a sudden now he's here and didn't know his soul. So I think that was the big thing for him, just getting acclimated to Champaign, to us, making sure that he felt comfortable here. And I think he's just going to continue to grow and get better as we move on here.
Not to get too far ahead with Zeke, but is there a way? He's obviously got some short-term things to work on, but to keep that wisdom just involved around your guys'
Absolutely,
room.
yeah, he's the old sage in the room. Just getting him around. Obviously, he's going through some things right now, and once he feels up to it, he's going to be around as much as possible. He's going to be another coach for us in the room, I think. And he's got a way with the guys. He's a funny dude. Zeke is with how he is, but I think he has a way of communicating with our guys that our guys are like, okay, and they respect and they understand. And so that's what I expect for him to come back, and I think it's just good for him and his morale just to be around the guys, obviously it's painful that he can't be out there, but he's going to be still around. You remove guys from those situations, and that's when they kind of go into a dark hole, and you don't want that.